you guys are doing great today. So I wanted to do just a quick video for you guys today about the Raindrop Cake. It's been around for about 3 years, but I only found out about recently. It's really a novelty dessert item. Like seriously, it's a novelty. It's basically like a water ball with a little bit of agar to make it whole, but it's tricky to make and very low calorie, so that's like the best dessert you can think of. So the Raindrop Cake, also known sometimes as the unicorn tear, isn't that so touching, is Japanese, and it's actually called in Japanese Mizu Shingen Mochi. No idea if I pronounced that correctly or not. So it was in 2014 that a company called Kinseiken Seika Company created this dessert. But I did a really quick video, you guys, for presentation. You'll see. I also did first a how to make the recipe. I am wearing an action camera chest harness, and I thought I'd try it out for cooking with my phone. So let me know what you guys think. So first thing you need is a small saucepan, and we're going to put that on medium heat. Now we are going to grab 1 cup of warm water. Bring that to the pan and just pour it in. And now we need 1/4 teaspoon of the agar powder. It must be the powder for this measurement. If you use agar flakes or sheets, it's going to be different. You're going to have to look up for the proper directions. So as you see, the agar is kind of soaking up in there a bit. I like to add a little bit of sweetener right away to it because there's 0 taste. I'm using some stevia drops. If not, you can try 1 to 2 teaspoons of regular sugar. I like to put about 6 drops of the stevia. It's just to give it a little bit of a taste because otherwise it's really just water. Agar is actually not something that dissolves easily, so that's why we have to heat it. We're going to bring it to a gentle roll. I try to stir it as much as possible, and also sometimes if you don't stir it and it's been heating, you'll feel like it's sticky at the bottom of the pan. That means that the agar has not dissolved completely. So sometimes I just kind of let it sit down and see how it's doing, and then I feel it sticky and I really stir and try to get every little bit to make sure that nothing is sticky. Don't let it stay on the stove too long either, because the water will evaporate and that will make your raindrop cake harder than you would like. Alright, so it's been a few minutes and you can see that there's a gentle roll at the bottom of the pan and it's completely clear. So my agar has completely dissolved. We are now ready to pour it into a mold. Now, with 1 cup of liquid, it's 2 portions. I think half a cup portions are really ideal. Little bowls that are like about the right size for that half a cup are perfect, I find. You can have a nice little round bottom shape like this that kind of really goes with the shape that you're going to want it to have. That's perfect. So you would fill 2 of these, pop it in the fridge, and I'll show you what it looks like once we unmold it. So did you like the way I filmed the how-to recipe? I used this gadget, which is like a chest harness. So you kind of put it on yourself like this. Just gonna show you guys very quickly. And it's made for action cameras, but I just attached my cell phone camera facing this way down at the stovetop. So let me know if you guys liked that visual of me cooking that way, because I'll definitely do more if you like it. I think it's like a really fun hands-on as it's happening idea. I'm going to show you a very quick presentation with the 3 different types of results that I got, and then I'm going to show you a better, prettier final version at the end that I'm going to do with some pepitas. There's my cat, and some matcha milk. That's Sati. That's my cat Sati. Okay, you can go run away now. You know you've reached the right consistency when 1, it unmolds without breaking, 2, it jiggles when it's handled, delicately of course, 3, it starts weeping as soon as you unmold it, so only unmold it when you're ready to serve, and 4, it will return to a puddle of water within 30 minutes, so you gotta eat it like right away. That's when you know you got the right consistency. This was my first attempt where I used half a teaspoon of my agar. This one gave a bit of a darker color, and it's just not the right consistency. It's too hard. That's not the right one. My middle one, which I will unmold last, I think is the correct one. And I did another, which I know is too soft. You can kind of see it here. It's really, really, really soft. Tastes good though, but it breaks when you unmold it. But I'll show you anyways. I decided to cut out a milk carton circle to kind of help unmold it without breaking. And well, it's breaking a bit. But it's holding not too bad, but it's kind of breaking a little bit right away. I would probably try a little bit something between the two. This one's really solid, so I can move it. This is the one I think is my most successful. It's really not hard to unmold. As you can see, it kind of slides right in the bowl. You kind of still want to be a bit careful when you take it out. So I know this one's kind of solid enough. I'll just put it on my hands and place it out here. Kind of breaking when you touch it, so it's very delicate, but this one gives the feeling that you're really biting into water. It has a little texture, and then within seconds it just kind of melts down on you. Too much, 1 cup of water and half a teaspoon of powdered agar. This one seems to be right, not perfectly opaque. This one is 1 cup of water with a 1/4 teaspoon of agar. And this one kind of holds, but it's falling apart a little bit too much. I used 1 cup and 1/3 of water to 1/4 teaspoon of agar. So the traditional Japanese way of serving this is with a brown sugar Japanese syrup, which I don't have, and a roasted soybean ground powder also, which I don't have. So I'm going to use substitutes that I have around the house. I have a Vigo one, like one of those protein shakes, and I know it's made, the first ingredient is pea meal and flax and things like that. So I thought it could have an interesting similar look and texture to it, hopefully taste. So you just put a little bit of that on the side. And here I heated a little bit of honey and a little bit of molasses just to give it a darker color. And you get an idea of what it should look like if you can change out your ingredients. So this is just water and a little bit of sugar. It doesn't have a lot of taste. You're literally eating solid water. So these 2 ingredients just give it a little bit more of flavor and fun texture and taste. Let's have a little bit of the honey with a bite of the powder and the jiggling water. It's just amazing. It gives it a lot of taste. Maybe the protein shake isn't the best alternative, but it's good. Very jiggly. As soon as you put it in your mouth, it just starts melting and it kind of feels like water. These desserts in like New York, they go for $8 for water with a little bit of nut and a little bit of sugar. It's insane. So why not try and make it at home? It might take you 2 or 3 tries, but it costs pennies. Now we're going to do a green version. I'm going to do a sweet matcha milk with some crushed pepitas because they're green as well. Crushed pepitas gives it a nice little crunchy texture when you're eating it. Milk that I mixed in with some matcha powder. Isn't this thing awesome? I love touching it. It's great. So I'm just going to pour my liquid on this side. It's fine if it goes around. For this one, it's a jelly monster! It's a jelly monster. It's a jelly monster. See how it moves around? And we'll give this a taste test. The milk and the nuts just give it a little bit of flavor because it's very just watery. But like I said, it's like a really, really, really weak Jell-O of just water. It's super refreshing. It's super cooling. It's kind of really confusing to the brain because you're eating solid water. Totally a novelty. Totally a fun thing to try once in your kitchen just for fun. Let me know if you try this, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel to see all kinds of other wacky kind of recipes I'm going to try, and some non-wacky one, of course, from around the world. And make sure that you like this video, leave me some comments below. Can't wait to hear from you, and I will see you very soon again. Bye!